talked about Clone Wars. One of the things we did get was Katee Sackhoff as Bo-Katan, who, hey,
just admitted she's a bad actor.
She lost it. No, be nice. Be nice. She's going through stuff, Leon. Be nice.
To be fair, she is a very nice person. So
what you could make the claim that the only reason, and she kind of says it, is like, well, I identified with the characters that I played before, so it was easy to do, but I don't identify with Bo-Katan, and so it was very hard for me to be doing it. But like, the argument I would make is like, oh, well, that's when a talented director would explain to you what your motivation and how to connect with the character, but it's such a shitty forced character in live action. That's why you didn't have a problem doing the character in animation, but you do have a problem now.
So when I sit in like a bitch all in this chair sideways, what's my motivation? I'm just an obnoxious bitch.
Beskar armor is very like claustrophobic, and it doesn't let your hoo-ha breathe. All right, and it's very swamp Dagobah. So you gotta man spread. Also, it's
Dagobahs, dude. Dagobahs.
You need to project. You need to project, and you just sit like that all the time.
Where you go, Dago balls.
Careful. You can say it, I guess, because you. Actually, Longmire was all right, but yeah, she was just sort of playing a generic, just playing white girl sheriff deputy. Like it was sort of just Katee.
White girl magic.
Yeah.
Right. So Starbucks is it, right?
No, here's Starbucks. Great, but here's what she said: I lost all of my confidence after Mandalorian, all of it. Of course, she has a YouTube channel because we all have YouTube channels. My style of acting.
Her podcast is actually pretty successful, isn't it?
Because she's authentic, she is real, and she has a personality. Good. So yeah,
good for her.
My style of acting has always just been that your first instinct is the right instinct. Do that. Play the reality of the situation, and that's always the correct answer. And I've never really played a character. I've always played 2 steps removed from myself, in a sense. My characters always felt grounded in some part of my belly of who I was. Bo-Katan is nowhere near who I am as a human being. Her life, what she wants, like, I didn't understand her. As much as I understood her, I never felt her in my stomach. I never identified with her. I didn't know how to find her. So real quick before I finish that, Leon, she admitted she's a bad actress because an actor would be able to fucking compartmentalize, create that fucking character, empathize with what that character wants. Yeah, I could play a fucking psycho too. It's probably fun to kill people in that sense, but that doesn't mean that I like fucking killing people. You got to find the madness and then play the madness, and I guess she is.
When I play Dungeons and Dragons, like, the idea is role playing. I've played a bunch of characters that are wildly different from me, and that's the fun of doing it in role playing games and whatnot. Is you get to embody this completely otherworldly, not you thing. If you're just gonna play, I can't stand people that sit around tabletop RPG games and just fucking play variations themselves. That's boring.
Yeah. So if we go further on, she talks about how basically she was in like a funk. She had like lost her spark essentially. And then she goes on about her like agent, and he kept being positive, and then she flipped out on him. Stop saying all the nice stuff.
She says she clashed with her former manager over the issue. The manager told her, "This is easy for you. You don't have to try. Stop trying so hard." And I lost it at him one day and started screaming, "You've told me my entire life this is easy for me, and it's not fucking easy. And now I'm falling apart." Sackhoff said she got a new manager and enlisted the help of an acting coach to help her find her confidence. Imagine needing an acting coach to find confidence for playing fucking Bo-Katan on Mandalorian live action.
I mean, you could flip this the other way and be like, you know what? Maybe an acting coach would help because my confidence is shattered, because they don't realize that this isn't their fault. It's an objectively fucking bad product, and no matter how good they are, it's going to look like shit. That could break someone's confidence.
She's what? You know what I'm
directing though? Directing and writing that can ruin an actor, like,
yeah, that's why a director would be able to help her find. That's why Filoni or whoever would be able to help her find. The thing. She says, "I think I was so scared that I was going to fuck up that as soon as I delivered the take I wanted to deliver, that's what I gave them. Up until that point in my career, I'd given 4 different takes and think that they'd find it in post. I would right. So she didn't give them the option to choose the whiny fucking version of the scene. She just gave them the scene. And then I guess there's no direction of saying, no, do it more than one different way. So we have multiple different takes. I don't know.
God forbid you give someone direction and options.
Yeah, but then also, boy, that's fucking spastic and like bipolar of a character. If I'm a character, realistically, I'm only going to have there's only going to be one logical choice of a reaction in any given scene, and then maybe some slight subtleties therein. My character's not all of a sudden become a whiny bitch. If he's a whiny bitch from the beginning, he might become stoic if enough bad things happen, but you're not already all of a sudden, I don't
bouncing
know.
Back and forth.
It just seems like a weird, of giving all these different, like, no wonder everything is so different tonally. It's like, what you had him sound cool in that scene, and I don't know. I think this just goes more to what it's like working on Mandalorian.
I think that Filoni just flat out can't do live action. Like even though Clone Wars like breaks canon and is spits in the face of a lot of things that are legitimately Star Wars. In isolation, it's not a bad show. It's got great choreographed fights. It's got it's got better dialogue at some points than like the prequels do. There are positives to it, and I mean, again, I think he does fine with animation, even if the product is not inherently Star Wars. Live action, man, I don't know. There's no consistency of the characters. Even Katee Sackhoff, she plays the live action and animated version, and they don't feel like the same character whatsoever. I feel like you've got to blame Filoni for that, not her. Not that you guys blame her, just saying.
Also, you're playing an established character that you've already played for several. Like, it shouldn't be hard to extrapolate into your current motivation. Hey, you want to be the top Mandalorian? Play the reality of that scene, bitch.
But I could play it any number of ways, Jerry.
Yeah, no, because this is like, I like playing a fucked up character probably really does weigh on you. I remember it was Denzel saying like, my wife was very happy when I was done shooting Training Day, that him going home and it was a little too much for his wife, a little too much gangster personality.
He kept yelling, "King Kong ain't got shit on me."
I was like, honey, I just want to know what you want for dinner. Speaking of black men, hi, Katee. Just blame Filoni for anything because reasons.
I mean, I feel like I gave a pretty good reason. I feel like I articulated that quite well.
Is this some sort of a half-assed defense of Filoni?
That's how I read it. Maybe it's being lost in text translation, but that's how I read.
So
yeah,
in Katee Sackhoff's defense, in that article, she's talking about one of the reasons she had the blow up is because she wasn't getting work for like 3 years, and so there was the anxiety from that, plus the whole like once you're an older woman in Hollywood, the whole hitting the wall situation. So it's just a bunch of performance anxiety, plus the shit direction and not feeling the character.
Okay,
like that. It was a whole like mixture of stuff that was got her into that place.
By the way, we're all retards, but he's the dangerous one. He's the dangerous.
Katee Sackhoff is a weird kind of pretty because she looks both old and young at the same time. So I don't know if the wall is really something she needs to worry about because she's always looked ambiguously aged.
But any actor going a bunch of years without work, and that's why she was getting annoyed by her agent kept telling her, "Oh no, you're great. Everyone loves you."
She is questionably feminine, but also hot. Like
it's the short hair,
like a Hilary Swank type. But there's something there that comes off a little more masculine.
Like, if you try to fuck her, you're both hetero and you're a little gay, depending on her look. Like, Starbuck for sure. You got a little thing going on. Just saying.
It's like the Greeks who were like, women are below us. It's so much manlier to fuck a dude, because women are like totally second class. So like